Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. Let's take a look at what's coming up for Trump this week and see what's in store for the president, the US president, continually in hot water. It's not one thing, it's another. Sometimes daily the news changes. And of course he's referring to himself as a king. I do think he actually believes it. I will read on Trump's health. It might come into this reading, and if it does, if I see it here, I'll certainly pursue it, because I do feel viewers noticed, of course, when he was speaking in Congress during his State of the Union, he had limited use of limited movement in his left arm, and he was grabbing the podium quite significantly. So even that I'm talking about this when I look at Trump in the week ahead, there could be some more health issues for Trump, given that it's come into the front of my mind. But look, let's just pose a general question to start with. Show me the week ahead for Donald Trump. Show me the week ahead for Donald Trump. Show me the week. Yeah, look, I'm just getting that image of the Getty image, of course, which I think Getty is Getty owned by Bloomberg. I'm not sure, but anyway, that image of Trump as he was walking, I think, to the helicopter, and of course the wind was blowing his hair back, and of course he had this orange face. So, as you know, my friend Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under actually does call him the Orange Yeti. But I shouldn't do that because, really, honestly. But the point that I'm making is that the worst thing for Trump is when people laugh at him. And so when he's on the world stage, Bloomberg is running a series of ads which actually they hit back as hard as Trump has ever hit it, harder. If you haven't seen those ads, watch them. But the point I'm making is that all of these things accumulate. They are arrows and barbs at someone like Donald Trump, who has such a fragile ego. And so what do? You go out on the front foot, you attack again. All of that takes energy. It's coming to mind that, at some point, he's a 73-year-old man, there's going to be, his health will have to pay a price for all of this. All right, let's ask about the Trump this week. Show me Donald Trump this week. Show me Donald Trump this week. Yeah, wow. Queen of Swords. No, I just saw this image of him looking at the outside world from within the Oval Office. He's sometimes photographed looking out to the world. There's a sense of unreality about Trump, and I feel that and his health are going to be in focus in some way for him this week. We have the Queen of Swords. This is, of course, Pelosi in the House. He's not letting go of that impeachment. He's not letting that go, even though he was supposedly in the sham trial. Someone said, please don't call it a trial. It wasn't a trial. Well, we know that. So in that sham event in the Senate, of course, he was not removed from office. But he's really believing, rather than seeing the sham, he's actually believing it as a victory, and he's got Pelosi in his sights this week. The challenge for Trump is the world. So again, there could be more around Ukraine, more around his shadow foreign policy. We know Pompeo was photographed, didn't want to have any publicity, tried to hide the fact that he met with Lavrov, the Russian ambassador, but photos have been leaked. So it looks like the signifier card, he's vindictive, and he's got Pelosi in his sights. He can't let go, but the challenge is he's done something else. Now, this could be further to Ukraine or in some other way, his shadow foreign policy, that he doesn't want the Democratic Party to take up. So that's my feeling. Let's keep going. The Five of Swords, yeah, he's abused his power. But what's going forward? Yes, we'll have another look at his abuse of power. But he's also considering this continually because that is the way that he operates. In the past, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, karma. This is karmic. As you've seen from all of my readings, there's really nowhere for Donald Trump to go anymore. The Wheel of Fortune is also showing, I guess, the political victory. If you consider the sham event in the Senate a political victory, then I guess that's what he got. But justice is on his tail. So where is he? Where are his thoughts this week? I would say this is the Supreme Court and his tax returns. This is also Flynn. This is also Stone. This is also justice coming for Donald Trump as well. Okay. The near future, we've got a win for the Democratic Party. In some way, they are going to have a win in relation to justice. Now, I'm not sure what's before the courts federally for them, but there is some kind of win here coming up for them. This could even be Trump's taxes. The Chariot right now, things are accelerating. That for Trump, they appear to be out of control. I don't think he has a handle on what's before the courts and what kind of there is a limit to what Barr can do. And, things are probably getting away from him because the environment around is heartbreak and loss. This could also be personal, in a personal way for Trump, but I feel this is also, him wanting to get back at his perceived enemies. Really, it's a complex reading when you read for Donald Trump because there's so much here that he has on his mind. There's a fear that something from his past could come out. And again, I go to his taxes, but I'm getting also a pull to some kind of love relationship as well. The Five of Pentacles, money loss, but also Trump feeling like a victim, feeling like he's outside of everything else. The mainstream media isn't fair to him. It's pulling that victim card all the time. But there is a monetary loss here for Trump in some way. We've got the High Priest, which of course is the Hierophant in this deck. This of course is Congress. Okay, so Congress voted to take away his power to unilaterally just accelerate and declare war with Iran. He sees that as a real loss for him. But we've also got whistleblowers as well. So his mind is on something further that is likely to come out. His mind is on a lot. I'm going to read on his health in the minute. Keeping secrets with this High Priestess, trying to cover up things that he's done in the past. But we've got karma. This is judgment. Now, I just get so empowered whenever I see this card, because if you've looked at my readings, the single most, my readings of the past few weeks, we all think, oh, Donald Trump's winning. No, he's not. The Judgment card, which is an inevitable ending. Karma is catching up. Karma is catching up with him as we speak. His secrets are going to come out. Now, what are the secrets he's trying to stop coming out? The Six of Pentacles, loans and debts. That Deutsche Bank case is before the Supreme Court. I feel he's even trying to get Barr to stop that from going ahead. Okay, that's where he is at the moment. But it's catching up to him and he knows it. Now, I want to have a look at his health, viewers. Let's have a look at his health. All right, show me Trump's health. Let me just cut the deck. I'm actually quite pleased with this deck. I mean, I haven't done a review of it, but it is the Witch's Tarot, and it is new, and I'm feeling quite comfortable with it. I'm not sure why, but I am. I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, so his health, Donald Trump's health. Let's have a look at Donald Trump's health. Show me. Let's ask a question. Is Donald Trump's health mental and physical? Because one is always attached to the other. As you well know, we're all pretty enlightened beings on this channel, I think. Let's have a look. Is Donald Trump's health deteriorating? Is Donald Trump's health deteriorating? And again, that's also part of justice, unfortunately, when you don't look after yourself, when you live a life of chaos and divisiveness and negativity, of course, that does catch up with you. So is he taking responsibility for his health? No, he's not. Otherwise, he would change. All right, so is Donald Trump's health deteriorating? Is Donald Trump's health deteriorating? Is Donald Trump's health deteriorating? Okay, the Nine of Cups is a yes card, but it's also miracles. And let's have a look. It's also can be the smug merchant, so an idea that everything at that table belongs to me and I'm going to consume it. There is a smugness about this. This around, accumulating wealth. We've got the Star of Hope in the challenge position. So for him to keep feasting from that table, if you like, he's got to keep his thoughts positive. And he doesn't, because that's what the Star of Hope is. It is keeping your thoughts positive, setting a positive intention so that you can keep manifesting for the future. So that is actually, hope is working against Donald Trump. Interesting when you consider it. The foundation of the reading is strength and endurance. So, again, this is where we all always see Trump triumphing in some way. That's not to say I'm not to the outcome yet. Card, so we'll keep going. I just have to get rid of a message there. The King of Wands in the past, the Congress. The Congress is where he has taken a hit. That impeachment has really, really affected him, and we know it because we've seen it. The Six of Swords, moving on. That's interesting. Moving on is in the potential future. How is his health? Is it deteriorating? I've got a yes card, but I've also got strength coming forward for him as well. But I do feel, without kind of, wanting to defend him in any way, I would never do that. But if he were to leave the presidency, his health would improve. Let's just put it like that. The High Priestess, there's worry around the shadow coming into the light. There's worry around his secrets being revealed, and it's constant. But there's also a secret around his health that he's keeping as well. The Empress. Okay, so this is abundance and harvest, but it's also my Russia card. So I go back to what's worrying him, what's dragging him down at the moment is those tax returns being revealed, and we know why. The Chariot, things are going to accelerate pretty quickly for Trump around Russia, and there will be nothing that he can do about it. He will be powerless to stop that. And it is the fear of the income sources being revealed. This is investment income streams. This is in the fear position. Okay, so we've got Five of Swords, abuse of power, abuse of his health, physical and mental is where we're at with that. We've got the Hermit, we've got isolation and needing to reflect on things. Also investigation, and we've got the Page of Wands, something coming forward and being revealed in some way. That's a communication card. We've got King for a Day at the base of the pack. We've got the Queen of Cups, though, something that could be revealed. And we do have the card of ill health here, the Four of Swords. So he isn't in good health. He is abusing his power, but he's also abusing his health. I'm just going to, and he's worried, so worried about Russia. However, in true Trumpian fashion, he thinks he can push through it and and maintain this strength and endurance. Let's have a look. And he possibly can for a short time. But at the base of the pack, we have this ill health manifesting. And revelations coming forward and him being powerless to stop it. So these cards aren't showing a sympathy. While ever he's abusing his power and abusing his health, things are likely to catch up with him. Show me this Five of Swords, please. Show me this Five of Swords, this abuse of power. It's the bully card, bullying others, abusing his health as well. Show me this Five of Swords. Yeah, temperance, balance. He's out of balance. He's way out of balance. And the Seven of Pentacles, there will come a time when he will have to review. He's also going to lose money, which is the worst thing in the world for him. But this is something not coming to fruition. I see this card as his presidency being interrupted. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be interrupted by his health, although it is going to carry, he's carrying a huge burden in relation to his health. He's hanging on though, and he's hanging on. There's a monetary thing here for him coming forward as well. He wants to expand, but he's being restricted. And of course, we have the Eight of Cups. We've got loss ultimately for Donald Trump. So at the base of the pack, in relation to his health, I feel that he is being looked after. You can see potions, what looks like potions here. He's being cared for by the medical fraternity. They are allowing him to function. But we've got, this full transparency happening here with the sun all the time. And we have the Democratic Party always on his tail. If you think that their investigations in the House have stopped into Donald Trump, no, they haven't. And of course, there could be something new announced, because I saw his fear of Pelosi around shadow foreign policy as well. Could be more on the Ukraine, could be something else. And we've got illusions and delusions and deceit with the Seven of Swords. So all of this, again, is having an impact on him, on his health. I don't see him having a health crisis that would cause him to step down. I feel that crisis is going to be when his financials are revealed. That's when he can no longer continue, and that's when he would be asked to resign. Will he get to the election at this point in the future? Remember, at this point in the future, or this point in time, remember that time. It's not linear and things change. But if I were to say today, I would say that he will be gone before the election. But I would update that. I feel that the crunch will come when those financials are revealed. Okay, we've got that Six of Swords. Moving out of the White House and moving somewhere else. So at the very least, we can say that Six of Swords, there's the potential for him to move out of that White House, and that won't be a day too soon for some of us. But let's see how things unfold. So Trump in the week ahead. Thank you for tuning in.